Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to go over 3 projects that you can do with just print statements and strings in Python. For the first project, we're going to create a letter to the future. This is going to have your career, 3 goals, and 2 accomplishments that you want to have all achieved. So when you read it back later on, you'll be able to see whether or not you accomplished those things. So go ahead and make separate variables for your future career, 3 goals you want to have. You can just label the variable goal 1, then goal 2, then goal 3, and 2 accomplishments. So accomplishment 1 and accomplishment 2. It should look something like this. I've set the career as I want to be a software engineer in the future. Some of my goals: I want to climb Mount Everest, I want to become a great chef, I want to learn scuba diving, and some accomplishments I want to have complete: I want to have won first place in a marathon and traveled to 30 different countries. So I want you guys to go ahead and fill this out, put it with things that are relevant to you, and then let's get started with our letter. So the beginning of the letter is going to say, "Dear future me," and it's going to be something like, "I hope that when you look back on this letter, you will be having a successful life as a blank, whatever you put your career as." So for that, we're going to have this print statement, and it's going to add together the sentence that I said with the variable career. And the next one will say, "As of the me right now, I want to goal 1, comma, goal 2, and goal 3. So this would read out, "As of the me right now, I want to climb Mount Everest, become a great chef, and learn scuba diving." Those are all things that I hope when I read back this letter would have been complete. And that's what we say on the next line. And finally, we're going to say my dream accomplishments would be to have won first place in a marathon and travel to 30 different countries. And if we did all that, then the dreams have come true. So with those couple of lines right there, we've combined some variables that we want into a letter for our future self. I hope all of this made sense. And now let's move on to the next one, which is a shopping cart. So with a shopping cart, you got to think about what are some things your parents are always yelling at you to get. For my family, it goes something like meats, vegetables, snacks, and items. So for meats, you're going to want to, for all of those 4 things, they should be separate variables, and we just set them to whatever we want to buy for that. So for me, for the meats, I'm going to buy some turkey slices, some pepperoni, and some chicken wings. For the vegetables, I'm going to buy some carrots, broccoli, lettuce, and cabbage. And for the snacks, of course, you got to get the chocolate chip cookies, fruit snacks, and ice cream. And finally, some couple household items that we might need: colored pencils, notebooks, and rulers. And now to start off this, we're going to print your parents just telling you, don't forget to buy everything from the grocery store. We need to get 3 meats, or however many you put down, and you add in the meats variable. We need to get 4 vegetables, or however many you put down, and that's going to print out the vegetables. We do the same for the snacks, and finally we do the same for the items. And with that, we've had our grocery store list. So as we change these variables, you can change the length over here if they change, and when we print everything out, it'll appear just like so. And in case we didn't see the output for the letter to the future, let me go ahead and run that real quick. So it should look something like this as well. Now, with those 2 projects out of the way, our last project for the day is going to be a Mad Libs generator. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with Mad Libs, basically you just mix some nouns and adjectives together to create a really crazy story. So go ahead and make 3 nouns and 3 adjectives, and label the variables noun 1, noun 2, noun 3, and then adjective 1, adjective 2, adjective 3. So I've gone ahead and done that. It looks something like this for me. I use dog, donut, football, crazy, sparkly, and funny. And finally, we just want to combine this in some kind of funny sentence. You guys can put together your own. I did something like, the blank adjective 1 plus the blank noun 1 thought the blank adjective 2 plus the blank noun 3 was a noun 2 and accidentally tried to eat it. We laughed out loud because it was so adjective 3, and that will look something like this. And in case you haven't noticed, because if you put this all on one line, it would be really long. I've just gone ahead and pressed entered after each plus sign that I wanted to break the line off at, and that's totally fine. Your code won't have any errors, and it should still run fine as long as you didn't delete anything when you press enter. So my print statement will look something like this, and when I run everything, it'll say, the crazy dog thought the sparkly football was a donut and accidentally tried to eat it. We laughed out loud because it was so funny. Now that's the Mad Lib I generated. I want you guys to go crazy with this and come up with something really wild. Leave it in the comments below if you really liked it. And then with the beauty of this is you can easily change the variables like we've been learning how to do. Instead of dog, I could call this old man. And all the code will stay the same, but now the story could change. The crazy old man thought the sparkly football was a donut and accidentally tried to eat it. We laughed out loud because it was so funny. With that, those are 3 projects that allow you to combine print statements and strings together. I want you guys to understand that print statements and strings, though they're both simple and basic, they are the fundamentals of code. Everything we do in the future will rely heavily on these 2 things, so please take the time to understand it and get better at it. Just keep doing more practice problems and assignments. Whatever comes in your head, try to code it out, and good luck.